What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Man, I don't really know where to start, but as y'all can see, I'm riding a new bike. As y'all could probably tell by the title of this video, I am no longer riding the Yamaha MT-03. A bit of a long story, but I don't really want to be talking too much today. Just kind of really wanted to cruise and ride. I just got this bike yesterday. I'll explain a little bit of why I went away from the MT-03 and switched to something else. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. A lot has kind of happened since the last couple of weeks that I posted a video. Sorry it's been so long since I have, but like I said, a lot of things have kind of happened, so mostly all good. So I took my MSF course about 3 weeks ago now, and passed that course. I was a little nervous initially about taking it, but really happy I did. It was a really good course to learn, really good course to kind of have underneath my belt. Learned a lot of good new things. Man, the torque on this bike at around 5,000 RPMs is actually insane. But yeah, like I said, I don't really want to be talking too much. It's pretty windy, so I don't know if y'all will be able to hear me much. But a lot of good things have happened. Passed the MSF course. I've been riding now for about a month, I want to say. And man, I fall in love with it more and more every single day. The only thing that sucks is it's been so hot to ride in Texas, like in the middle of the day. So a lot of my riding has come at like dawn, or I guess dusk. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. It's come when it's gotten a little cooler and a little bit more at night. So kind of sucks. Can't really ride a whole lot during the day, and I can't, you know, be riding for super long times. I still don't really like riding at night a whole lot, just because, you know, nobody can really ever see you or anything. I want to kind of start this video by saying thank you to everybody who watched my last video. I didn't really expect to have, you know, 1,000 views in a couple of days, so I really appreciate everybody who watched and subscribed. I'm sorry it's taken so long to, you know, post another video, but just been busy, and it won't be, you know, this long next time. I will start posting videos pretty frequently, but thank you guys for all the tips and the help and suggestions and everything else that you guys gave me. Taking all of it to heart. It has improved my riding, specifically with, you know, throttle control and clutch and everything else. Really has helped me a lot, and I truly appreciate it. So thank you guys, if any of y'all are watching again. This is the 2025 Suzuki Gixxer 600. So it's the GSXR 600. Kind of hate how people call it a Gixxer. I don't know, I don't really like the name of it. I know that a lot of people in the biking community tend to get bad reps for riding a Gixxer. It's kind of, you know, a whole thing that I found out recently. But anyways, I just got this bike yesterday. It had like 5 miles on it when I got it. As you can see, I have 46 now, so I haven't really ridden it a whole lot. But I mean, I'll just be honest with you. The reason why I went with the MT-03 as my very first bike, which, to be honest, if I could go back, I would have absolutely taken the MSF course first before I bought a bike. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the fact that I bought a bike before it. I love it because it did give me a little bit of experience riding, and I felt comfortable during the MSF course, but I do hate it because obviously I bought a bike and spent money on a, you know, bike that I thought I was going to keep for a long time. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely think I could have, but I'm kind of a weird person when it comes to you know, wanting things and kind of, I guess you can say, impatient. I like to get things when I want them, and ultimately what it came down to was that I wanted something that I could see myself riding in the next 3 to 5 years. And I just didn't feel like the MT-03 did that for me. It's a great bike, and I can only assume that it would have lasted me for 3 to 5 years. But just me personally, I could see myself outgrowing the, I guess you can say, the fun factor. Don't hate me for it. I know people keep those bikes forever and they ride them and they're super fun. Everybody talks about how fun they are, but just for me personally, I just saw myself getting relatively bored of it kind of quickly. So I wanted something that I could see myself, you know, getting really good on and really comfortable on. So I kind of looked at a bunch of different bikes before I went with the GSXR. I ended up actually looking at the Honda, the CBR 600RR, which I know is a pretty, you know, pretty kind of the same bike essentially. I also looked at the Kawasaki, the ZX6R, which I actually almost went with that one over this. However, I kind of like the old school style of the Suzuki versus Kawasaki having a lot of different components and stuff. Thank you. I almost ran over this old lady. I kind of liked the idea of the Suzuki kind of having very basic, you know, an actual tachometer, whereas, you know, a lot of other bikes don't have that anymore because everything is just getting so digital now. So a couple of those factors came into play. Also, Suzuki's obviously really known for their racing engines and such, high RPMs, which I know a lot of other brands are known for as well. But this one just kind of fit the bill. I just really liked the old school style of it. Oh, my balls. Just like the old school style of this bike, and that's really kind of what it came down to for me, was being able to see this bike. And once I saw it in person, I was kind of sold on it. So ultimately, why did I go with this bike outside of the reasons that I just mentioned? It really kind of came down to, I was initially scared when I first bought a bike. I didn't know the power that they would have. I didn't really want to risk anything because I was so new to riding and really had never been on a bike in my life. So it really kind of came down to, I was scared to get anything more than like a 300cc bike. So if I could go back, I would have absolutely waited and kind of gotten a little bit of riding under my belt, at least with the MSF course, before I went and bought anything. But ultimately I can't really go back, and I'm happy with what I have now. I will tell you, coming from the MT-03 to this bike, I mean, it's a world of difference, man. I mean, the power that this bike has, a 600 cc's, I really wanted the inline 4. That's kind of the whole idea why I went with this, or why I was looking at a 600 with an inline 4. And yeah, man, it's just a whole world of difference on this bike. And I know that there are probably plenty of people who are going to say you should have waited, you know, gotten more riding under your belt before you went and upgraded, which I can't say that I can hate you for that, and for the suggestion, or at least the thought. But man, I'm so happy right now. I'm learning every single day, and I haven't done anything crazy. I'm sure that this bike can get me in trouble if I really wanted it to. I'm usually a pretty conservative rider, and I usually like taking things pretty slow. So man, this bike is just so much fun though. I will say the riding seating position is definitely way different than the Cruiser from the MT-03. I can definitely see a comfortability factor of the MT-03 versus this bike. However, I think I just need a couple more days to get a little bit used to it and figure it out. But yeah, I'm really happy, man. This has been a great bike so far. Obviously, I only have about 50 miles on it, but I've had so much fun in those 50 miles, and I can only imagine that there's more and more to come. I do have some ideas that I want to do for this bike in terms of an exhaust. I want to, you know, do a couple more mods and stuff like that. So we'll see, man.